You're going to go in, you're going to lie down in this bed, and it's going to slide you in about up to your waist, right? Now, there are some really important things because we're measuring your brain activity, so you have to stay really still. Yeah. That's a big deal.
In 2004, Samuel McClure conducted an experiment that gave rise to neuromarketing. Inside the MRI, the guinea pigs were given Pepsi and Coke. Without being told which was which, a majority preferred the Pepsi. When they were told which brand before drinking, 3/4 preferred Coke.
As soon as you have brand information, the pattern of brain activity changed entirely. We got recruitment of the prefrontal cortex, which then we believe biases these sort of more basic structures related to taste. So biases them to actually respond more vigorously, to make you think that you actually like this more.
By being embedded in our brains at a very young age, a brand like McDonald's can make us become addicted to its products.
I'm hungry. I think I'll go get something fast. That's McDonald's.
The multinational doesn't stop there in its attempts to influence the public. During our investigation, we discovered McDonald's has been using customers' brains to try out artificial flavors. We managed to speak to one of those responsible for these secret studies. On condition of anonymity, he revealed what happened. This is not, mind, science fiction.
We're able to get consumers of that brand, put them in a brain scanning machine, measure their emotional response when we presented them with the fragrance. Now, that project is still under test, but positionally and theoretically, the brand is very interested in this concept.
Has it been applied in some restaurants?
It has been applied successfully in some restaurants, in Germany and France and one or two in the UK.
Can they measure that changing the fragrance was successful?
They did brand perception research and they saw a 7% increase in the brand perception index. Now what they're doing is looking at the distribution chain to work out how they can implement it fully.
We have a document that details the study. It explains that if the flavor is too obviously present, rational thought will uncover the ploy. That will then become ineffective. As part of the test, McDonald's apparently placed some of the odor in its cleaning products to subtly be diffused without the clients realizing what was happening. Today it's been proven that a smell that provokes a positive emotion will increase sales. Procter & Gamble, one of the world's biggest mass-market retailers, used an artificial perfume under the lid of one of its washing liquid brands, Ariel. As a result, sales increased by 70%. Martin Lindstrom knows this kind of method well.
So I'm trying to...
The Dane is one of the most successful neuromarketing consultants. Among his clients is McDonald's.
Smell is the only sense we have which is bypassing the rational part of our brains and goes straight to the emotional part of the brain. And even though I would tell you that they're manipulating that smell, I would still not be able to say, hey, I don't want to be affected by it. Because that smell goes straight to the emotional part of my brain. So the rational filter cannot say, hey, don't be affected by it.
With the broom and a brush.
We know what you're thinking. From now on, you'll never look at a McDonald's employee in the same way.
What a shine on the floor!
By experimenting on its customers' brains and using a perfume that will make us buy more, is the company really respecting its ethical charter? On its website, the company claims, "We operate our business ethically. Sound ethics is good business." We asked McDonald's directly, but the company refuses any comment. In 3 successive emails, it denies the charge and states, McDonald's has never conducted any neuromarketing studies. And yet, we tracked down the company that surveyed consumers in MRI machines on behalf of McDonald's. It's called Neurosense and is based in London. website, it lists its major clients. They include GSK, a pharmaceutical laboratory, Unilever, and McDonald's.
Okay, Vincent.
Neurosen's boss is Gemma Calvert.
Showing you some various brands and products.
Our work centers on making sure a product, an advertisement, or a smell will act positively on the consumer's brain, what's known as the reward circuit. It's the holy grail for all companies.
This small region, which lies deep in the limbic system, part of the reward network, this is the nucleus accumbens. And it has lots of dopamine neurons. So dopamine is the kind of feel-good molecule which is in the brain. And it's expressed, for example, during sex. It's expressed with cocaine and other pleasurable experiences such as eating chocolate.
Just looking at products, you can activate the same part of the brain that people who are taking drugs or something like that.
That's right. These are all reward centers. They're pleasure areas of the brain, which is why people buy them so much.